Hello all, myself Madhvi Navarkar from Kekewak Polytechnic Nasik. Today we are going to see the video of keys in DBMS from the subject Principles of Database. In this video, we will talk about the DBMS keys because students are always confused about this concept as there are many different kinds of DBMS keys and which are almost related to each other with a slight difference in it. So in this video, we will take some examples so that you can understand it clearly. The learning outcome of this video is, after this video, the student will be able to learn about various types of keys used in relational databases. Now first we will see what is a DBMS key. As we have seen in general English language, key is what? Key is used to open the lock. Now in case of DBMS, it is an attribute or a set of attributes which help you uniquely identify a record or row of data in a table. Means we can say that this is a column or attribute or set of attributes which can be used for identifying the record or row uniquely. Means there should be no duplicates. Now what is the need of these keys? Why it is required? So we will see some reasons for using the keys in the DBMS system. The keys help to identify any row of data in a table. In real world application, a table could contain thousands of records and the records could be duplicated. Means there should be duplicate records. So the keys ensure that you can uniquely identify a table record despite the challenges. Means if you are going to insert any record, then that key is going to identify that if the duplicate record is there, it should not be inserted. The key ensures that the unique record should always be inserted. It allows to establish a relationship and identify the relation between tables. Means if two tables are there, one table can be connected to each other using the key. And it helps you to enforce identity and integrity in the relationship. Means it uniquely identifies the record also, plus it is going to insert the correct data. So these are the reasons why we need the key. Now this is the diagram which shows the different types of keys. There are total 4 types of keys: primary key, candidate key, super key and foreign key. Now we will see these keys one by one. Now we will see the first key, that is primary key. Primary means it is the main key. And this is the first key which is used to uniquely identify one and only one instance of an entity. Means primary key is the key which can be used for identifying the record in a particular relation. The value of the primary key must be unique. Means it cannot be duplicated. The value of primary key can never be null. Null means empty. Means what is this sentence? That the primary key should always have the value. It should not null or it should not empty. The values of primary key can never be changed. That is, no updation is possible. Means if you have inserted initially and if you are going to update that, then you can't change that primary key. The value of primary key must be assigned when inserting a record. Whenever you are going to insert a record, that value should be assigned. Then a relation is allowed to have only one primary key. Means one table can have only one primary key. Now we will see the example. Now see, this is the student table which has 4 attributes: student ID, name, age and phone. Now see, in this case, the name can be repeated. Age can also be same. But there is one attribute, that is student ID, which is going to identify the whole record uniquely, because student ID can be numeric one and it is not going to repeat. So by using the student ID, we can identify the record uniquely. Means suppose we are taking name. Suppose name is Raj, age is 15, student ID is 1. Then another student can also have the name Raj, but its student ID is 2. So we can identify that roll number 1 is having the name as Raj and roll number 2 is having the name as Raj. So in this case, we can identify that table by using the student ID. So the student ID can be the primary key for this table. Then the second key is candidate key. Candidate keys are the minimal set of fields which can uniquely identify each record in a table. This is the set of fields or set of attributes which can uniquely identify each record in a table. The another definition is it is an attribute or set of attributes that can act as a primary key for a table to uniquely identify each record in that table. Means it will be set of attributes which act as a primary key, and that set can become the candidate key. And there can be more than one candidate key, means one table can have more than one candidate key. Now see, this is the example. Now in this example, your student ID is the primary key. But when you are combining any another attribute to this attribute, then it becomes the candidate key. For example, student ID and phone both are candidate keys for the student table. Means by using student ID and phone, you can identify the record uniquely. A candidate key can never be null or empty, and its value should also be unique. And as the candidate key can be the combination of more than one columns or more than one attributes, that combined attributes can become the candidate key. And that combined attributes are going to identify the record in the table. Now we will see the third key, that is super key. Super key is defined as a set of attributes within a table that can uniquely identify each record within a table. Means this is again the set of attributes which can be used for unique identification of the record. But we can say that this is more than candidate key. So it has been said that super key is a superset of candidate key. Means as we have seen, primary key can be one attribute, candidate key can be two attributes. Now the super key can be 3 or 4 attributes which can be used for unique identification. See, this is the example. Now in this table, the super key can be the student ID and student ID name and student ID phone. As the student ID is unique for every row of data, it can be used for unique identification. The next is student ID and name. As name of two students can be same, but their student ID cannot be same. Hence, those can be identified using student ID and name combination. Then phone number. Phone number for every student will be unique. Hence, phone can also be a key. So these all, that is student ID name and phone, can be the super keys. And the last key is the foreign key. Now this foreign key is basically for two tables. Means it represents a relationship between two tables. Foreign key is a column of a table which is used to point to the primary key of another table. Means suppose you have first table, in that one column is there, and that same column can be the primary key in another table. That is the foreign key. For example, in a company, every employee works in specific department, and employee and department are two different entities, because employee table is going to store the relation information of employee, and department is going to store the information of department. So these two are different tables or two different entities. So we cannot store the information of department in the employee table. That's why we link these two tables through primary key of one table. Now how this foreign key can be created? Then we add the primary key of department table, that is department ID, as a new attribute in the employee table. Now in the employee table, department ID is the foreign key and both tables are related. We will see this example. Now see, these are the two tables, employee and department. Employee is having the attributes as employee ID, name, passport number, license number, SSN and department ID. And department is having two attributes, that is department ID and department name. Now in this case, this employee table is having one attribute, that is department ID. And this department ID is going to connect to the another table, that is department. Now what is the concept of foreign key? That the column of one table should be the primary key of another table. Means column of one table means department ID of employee should be the primary key in another table. So department ID is the primary key in department table. Now here the department ID is the primary key in department table. So that becomes the foreign key in employee table. And in this way, these two tables are connected to each other. So this is called as foreign key. So in this video, we have seen four types of keys: primary, candidate, super and foreign key with examples. Thank you.